this team news is all good. Patrick Vieira was a genuine doubt yesterday, but the captain is fit, as so is Seaman and Lauren after spells out through injury. 4 changes in all from the weekend defeat at Old Trafford, with Campbell and Bergkamp returning too. That is the Arsenal first choice 11. Valencia are 2 players short of their prime selection. The injured goalkeeper Santiago Canizares is one of the best around, but his deputy Andres Palop has Champions League experience. Rufetti is the other notable absentee, but Pablo Aimar is back after 3 weeks out, playing off the giant Norwegian John Carew. Valencia are one of the 2 remaining teams who remain unbeaten in the Champions League. Only Barcelona qualified for the last 16 more impressively. But they did need an injury time equaliser to keep their record going against Ajax a fortnight ago.
Good start there, Clive. Bright start for Valencia, and I think that's a tactic we might see quite a bit this evening. A long ball on top of Angulo, the right-sided player. Good in the air. Will test Ashley Cole upstairs. Is probably, definitely, is not the best header of a ball. I think you might find him looking for a lot of balls to the far post.
Campbell, who missed the weekend through suspension. Lauren, who hasn't played since November the 3rd in the first team because of an ankle problem. It's been a loose start by Arsenal, but Seagorin with a challenge. Here is Angulo, who scored that very late equaliser against Ajax in Valencia a fortnight ago. Handball given against Kuro Torres, the right back.
The other thing I think is vitally important from Arsenal's point of view is they get about their game early on. I felt on Saturday at United they were a bit waiting for the game to happen and got punished for it. I think tonight, particularly Gilberto and Patrick Vieira have got to start to put those tackles in, because they're facing 2 terrific central midfield players, Baraka and Albelda.
Seaman allowing himself an extra touch. It's been a rather edgy opening, this. It was their 4th defeat in their last 8 Premiership matches at the weekend. Valencia have lost twice in the Spanish League. 4 points adrift to Real Sociedad. Here's Pires. Lamar stuck at it, but Pires managed to trick him and link up with Thierry Henry. Looking to roll it into Youngberg's path. It might come for Gilberto! But he has already scored a couple of critical goals for Arsenal in this season's competition, Gilberto. He does have an eye for goal.
Yeah, it's worth a pop. Ball breaks into his path quite luckily. I just wonder if he'd have glanced and maybe seen Freddie Ljungberg on his right-hand side. But from there, you've got to have a pop.
Vieira to Pires. On to Bergkamp. Yala is the defender, and Bergkamp has held him off here and crossed in towards Freddie Ljungberg. I think he tried to control it when it was almost crying out to be volleyed. It was a great run by Ljungberg and a fine move, but Valencia are putting one of their own together, and Carboni has found Aimar. Roll back to Albelda. Now Vicente. Carew couldn't reach it. Cole calmly down to Vieira. Now Bergkamp. That was a fine run against Ayala.
Did exceptionally well there.
Showed a pace.
Did brilliant. Oh, that's, you know, there is a story going around that he's one of the quicker Arsenal players. Which might surprise people, but he is very, very sharp.
Surprised Ayala. Here's Angulo. That's a very teasing, tempting cross, and it teased everybody. Ljungberg to Gilberto. Rather a nervous night at Highbury so far, we're all concerned. Crowd seem to have caught the mood too. Good chance though for Freddie Ljungberg a moment ago. Was he just trying to touch the control?
I think he is a little bit anxious. It's a great spot there from... I think he was right to try and control it. Maybe just got a bit wider for him to hit a full volley on it. And normally you'd expect Freddie Ljungberg, when he goes in the box, he doesn't panic. He just maybe got in there a little bit early.
Aimar combining with Vicente. Lauren recovering.
Great challenge there. Great tussle between those two on this Arsenal's right-hand side defensively. Lauren doing ever so well against Vicente.
Big test on his return to the team. Oleg Luci's been playing pretty well in that position. Carboni spooned up towards Carew, came off Campbell. Seagull had to deal with it. Campbell trying to lean over Carew, who's been penalised. First touch from Campbell created some difficulties for Arsenal there. Saul Campbell's got another return trip to White Hart Lane on Sunday. Won't be cold there. Seagull. Came off Curro Torres. Valencia were hoping the flag might have gone up on the near side. Arsenal have a throw in an advanced position, and Henry finds Pires. Vieira. And Baraka fouled him. Either Baraka or Albelda, they both were in attendance. And this is just about the position.
I think he's a bit lucky there, Big Patrick, but it's a dangerous position.
Thierry Henry scored against Aston Villa here. Same area in which he scored his hat-trick goal in Rome. And there's the latest in the firing line. Andres Palop, the reserve Valencia keeper, remember.
That must be the biggest wall outside of China. Have a look at that. Fellas in it. Carew, even Big Patrick's in there as well.
It is Thierry Henry. Palop had to scoop it up. Almost on the half volley. Actually went through the wall rather than over it.
And that's something you don't expect. That's twice Pablo Aymar's won aerial contests. That's beautiful.
Bergkamp onto Vieira, and here's Thierry Henry. Ljungberg is available. It's Henry, and the goalkeeper, having gambled by coming out, managed to smother the shot.
Two minds, Thierry Henry. Beautiful play. The best, certainly the best move of the match. Puts him in. You think, go on, either play it early. I think you'll find he's got people supporting him on the back as well. Gilberto's made it.
Vieira is limping back from an advanced position.
I think he's got a major problem. I was watching him earlier, and all right, he's had the knock there, but he's not moving anywhere near as, I mean, even a half-fit Vieira is better than most midfield players in the world, but...
Does have Edu and Ray Parlour sitting behind him, though, Arsene Wenger. He's not exactly down to the bare bones with this squad. Gio Brambroncos couldn't even get on the bench tonight.
I tell you what, if Ray Parlour's fit, he'd fancy this sort of match, wouldn't he?
He scored a marvellous goal here against Valencia 2 years ago, but Edu seemed to be lined up to play if Vieira was unable to. And it doesn't look as if Vieira's going to be able to continue, and there you go, it's Parlour. Pellegrino seeking out Carew, running down the side of Seagull. He did get a toe on the ball. Ball hit out by Seaman so that Arsenal can make the change. And the gamble on Patrick Vieira hasn't really paid off. He's lasted 37 minutes and now makes way for Ray Parlour, who is back from the longest injury of his career, a knee problem, which has kept him out for the best part of 3 months. He started the season in the team. He finished last season in the team. There was all that World Cup talk belatedly after his outstanding display in the FA Cup final.
Should have gone as well. Definitely should have gone for me. As you say, in the closing stages of the season, probably the best midfield player in the country.
That's a good ball from Parlour. Cole has got forward again. It's opened up for Ashley Cole. Didn't fancy, did he, on his right foot? But he does lend something to both the England and Arsenal attack, doesn't he? He's always willing to go forward.
I actually thought when he was here, you know, I thought Gilberto was catching up. He could have rolled the little ball inside. Carboni was even complaining about that.
No goals as the half-time whistle goes. Freddie Ljungberg certainly had a sight of the Valencia goal, but Arsenal have been prevented from finding any real fluency as yet. Different sort of match than we maybe anticipated. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Valencia 0. Nobody plots a course through the maze of the Champions League quite like Valencia. 2 seasons in the competition, 2 finals. Group winners 4 times out of 5. But whilst they had the best defensive record in Spain last season and have the best defensive record in Spain this season, they did outscore everybody in the first phase of the competition, the Champions League. And they've got an early free kick to defend, which Seagot and Campbell are forward. Pires takes. Punched away by Palop. Seems to favour that way of dealing with crosses. Parla will settle for the throw-in. Wilber trying to tiptoe in behind Valencia, but there's always cover, and Albelda provides it this time. But the ball is out of play, and Arsenal have a corner kick.
I think Valencia were a little bit miffed then, because I think they thought they got a free kick themselves. I think they thought the referee Nilsson had awarded them a free kick.
More assertive start to the second half by Arsenal. Pires with the corner, in towards Gilberto. Turned away by Baraka. Lauren. Oh, it might come here for Thierry Henry, but Palop was very agile and very mobile. Albelda on towards Carew, is onside here. Support is arriving to his left. Carew's shot. And it won't even go for a goal kick.
But I think that's the thing that we've come to notice with Pascal Seagon a little bit, that anything down the side of it, and he's not the fastest in the world. Carew runs away. Campbell powering across, maybe just does enough to force Carew out. So not the most accurate of shots.
Held up by Ayala. Pires rolled into Ljungberg. Very clever. Good save by Palop. Might come out to Bergkamp. Might still. Carboni didn't clear it. Pires! Blocked on the line by Ayala. Henry. Ayala there again. Wonderful little cameo there from Freddie Ljungberg. So unlucky not to score. Aymar stopped by Cole.
But that just might be the spark that Arsenal need to really drive them on.
Here is Ljungberg.
Superb play there. Ljungberg did ever so well, and 4 marks, by the way, to Palop, the goalkeeper. I mean, he's coming on, not untried, but he certainly hasn't done much wrong in the match at the moment, and that was lightning reactions from him.
Pires skips away from Angulo. Now runs at Curo Torres with conviction. Good run by Robert Pires, but Roberto Ayala got to him, and there were a few afters. But Arsenal are managing to put these guys under a bit of pressure now. Ayala giving Pires the eyes. You could turn it to stone, I tell you.
Especially when you poke him in the eye like he's done in the past.
That's Campbell forward. That's Ayala's header, only as far as Thierry Henry.
But it's more of a forceful, higher tempo sort of pressure they're applying now, Arsenal. I mean, that's a nothing-key ball, really, but they haven't dealt with it, and Arsenal have sustained the pressure on them.
Two of us looking a little sillier than usual with our header tonight. In towards Carew. Campbell did well. Gilberto to Bergkamp. Possibilities here. Pires has Henry ahead of him. Plenty to his right. Ray Parla has Lauren overlapping too. This is Henry. Turned in towards Bergkamp. Well, it was a dramatic save by Palop, but it was a very good Arsenal attack and almost a dramatic finish from Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, good spell for Arsenal now. It's almost, you know, and I can't believe Arsene Wenger does it because of what you've heard. It's almost as if he's given the hairdryer treatment at half-time, because they've raised their game. But they've got to defend now.
Carboni. Angulo. Gilberto taking a bit of a chance, and then a mix-up with Seagull, and Aymar has found Carew. He's got past Campbell. Carew, corner kick, could have been worse for Arsenal, that. Pellegrino, the tall defender, is inside the penalty area. Ayala, who can leap like a tall defender, is with him. Aymar, turned away by Cole. Kuro Torres. Belda. Vicente out on the far side, the bounce defeats him. Youngberg. In towards Henry. Well, one of these days he will head a goal for Arsenal. And it's a corner kick this time. Came off Baraka covering back, or Kuro Torres, I should say. Cablo Seagull forward. Made by Carew. And back in by Seagull. And away by Carboni. Here's Pires. That's a tempting cross. Campbell couldn't quite attack it. Pellegrino and Ayala stood their ground and saw to that.
They don't allow free headers, do they?
Baraka, those taking a little chance. And Youngberg has picked his pocket. And this is Pires. And now Henry.
Worth a try.
And here's a corner. Deflected shot by Thierry Henry. When you're scoring goals as he is, you're entitled to fancy your chances.
And you do when he's in that position, don't you? Coming in off the left-hand side on his right foot.
Half a dozen Champions League starts this season, half a dozen goals, but strangely, none here at Highbury. Pires with a corner. In towards Gilberto. Gilberto was certainly a very adept signing in the summer. Stuart Taylor is on the bench tonight. Shaban is going to be out for about 3 weeks. Gary Newman is not one of the Arsenal substitutes, incidentally. Baraka. It's been a more circumspect game from Ruben Baraka tonight. He's playing alongside Albelda, just in a holding role. Bergkamp. This is Youngberg. He skipped away from Carboni. Well, the cross is long and Bergkamp wanted it earlier than that. Pires, though, resurrecting the move. Gilberto gently into the path of Ashley Cole. Scooped in towards Youngberg, who did have space, but Carboni was there. It's Grew tall enough. Angulo forward towards Aymar. Ray Parler. Lauren. Seagull has gone down inside the centre circle.
And I think it's almost if Angula's cracked him. Yes.
Angula must have caught him.
Cracked him off the ball.
That changes everything. Valencia down to 10 men. Seagull's up on his feet now, but Kim Milton-Nielsen saw whatever Angulo did. Now, Seagull tried to block his path. Angulo swung his left arm into his midriff. Seagull was immediately looking at the referee.
And the referee couldn't have had a better view, could he?
Angulo, the hero 2 weeks ago with the late equaliser against Ajax, has landed Valencia in it. Youngberg! Well to hold on there, Palop. And Arsenal may sense their chance now. Ashley Cole. Full of running, full of self-confidence. And he's forced the issue again. He won't be 22 until later this month. He's been an international fixture for nearly 2 years. He's played in the World Cup finals. He's played in a Champions League quarter-final. And he does make things happen. What he's made happen here is a corner. The changes are going to be made before the corner.
Youngberg's coming off.
Well, he's come come as close as anybody to scoring. He had a good chance in the first half. He forced an excellent save from Palop in the second half. But now it's Sylvain Wiltord who comes on in his place.
I think they're going to make their substitution after the corner.
Towards the head of Campbell, who tries to jab it goalwards. Well, there were a whole posse of white shirts blocking his path. Bergkamp back in towards Gilberto. Wiltord's come over to this left-hand side. Bergkamp's gone out to the right. Canu is up front alongside Henry as Rufete comes forward for Valencia. Here is Sylvain Wiltord. Parla, dispossessed by Baraka. Steps away from Gilberto. He would have done up to the challenge, which is penalised.
That's focus again, concentration. I mean, all right, you'd be looking for Arsenal to try and nick it now.
He's caught his ankle.
Yeah.
David Seaner's been a spectator to much of what has happened in the second half. But Ruben Baraka in particular is very practiced from this range. Carboni, number 15, wants to be a part of it. And Ayala is there too. Baraka in the middle is the favourite. It's hit by Carboni. And it was always swinging away from goal. Very much a holding operation for Valencia for much of the night, and certainly since Angulo was sent off with a little under 20 minutes remaining. Cano losing possession now. Belda forward towards Carew. He's got his shot away and hit it with some gusto too, swinging wide of David Seaman's right-hand post, but his speed embarrassed Arsenal again then.
I think somehow or other I would like to see Sol Campbell say he's going to be my responsibility for the rest of the game. When they put that ball out in the channel beyond Sigan, you always expect Carew to win the race.
Towards the head of Henry. It came off Ayala. It's come from Canu. It's a terrific stop by Palop. Canu again. Wiltord miscued. And it's cleared off the line. Marchena, it was, who eventually knocked it away, but Palop, his goalkeeper, made the critical stop. First Canu, then Wiltord denied. Rare mistake by Ayala. Handball by Carboni. Referee waits play on. I think it was on the edge rather than inside.
It was definitely on the edge. It was definitely handball.
This is Curro Torres. Rufete. Carew is in the centre. It's a good cross too, and Carew is there. And Campbell has to make a goal line clearance. And it's all happening in the last few minutes here at Highbury. Both sides within a whisker of winning it. Wiltord seeking out Parla, but cut out by Fabio Aurelio. Rufete. On goes Albelda. Campbell to Arsenal's rescue once more. Cole. Wiltord. Now Gilberto. It hasn't been the most dramatic of matches, but the finale is full of talking points. Henry jumping, and again into Carboni, who he drags to the floor. Carboni holds his face. Free kick has been given.
That's an unbelievable sequence, though, wasn't it? Then.
Now, is this a handball by Carboni on the penalty area?
Oh, definitely. I thought this was a great chance. I thought he scruffed it there, Wiltord, and then after all that, we got the other end, and we see this great ball in. Very acrobatic there from John Carew.
Valencia trying to break with Fabio Aurelio, held up by Lara. This is Gilberto. Runs into Albelda. He and Baraka have done so much good work on behalf of the men behind them, and Carew has done some great work on his own up front for Valencia. Lost possession though to Campbell. Well, the match has had an undertone of 0-0 for much of the evening, and then strangely in the last few minutes, when both sides seem almost to have settled for their point, both could have won it. Wiltor certainly had a clear view of goal, was denied by a goal line clearance. So too was John Peru. Palop was outstanding for Valencia, but Arsenal didn't get through to him as they had hoped. But the final score at Highbury is Arsenal 0, Valencia 0.